G'day guys, Jeff here, and this is a triple commentary with two people who need no introduction at all. We have Azzona or Josh, and we have Hypermole or Gary. A lot of people have been making comments that they're in all the videos, so we'll talk about that and we'll talk about a few other things. How you going, guys?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah, myself too.
Yeah, so good. So the reason we're doing this is for what, Gary?
A lot of reasons. We've been playing a lot together lately, and we're just trying to put out some new stuff, let everybody know who we are and why we're in Jeff's videos a lot.
Right. So I guess on that point, it's because we find ourselves playing in a similar time. It's not about the time zone; it's about the time. I mean, effectively, we have the Tri-Nations here, even though we can pretend that America has a good rugby team. But obviously, I'm an Australian living in Philadelphia. Josh is in the US, and Gary's in Scotland in the UK. So, we end up finding that our play times are similar. But what we want to get to is about the friends list. And so, Josh, why don't you introduce yourself and talk about what we're trying to do on that?
Yeah, man, I've been playing with Jeff for I'd say about a month or so, consistently. And I came up with this idea. I saw a couple comments on his YouTube channel about how everybody sees Hypermole and me playing with him all the time. And I figured, well, how are we going to get more people on his friends list since he has a couple people that are exclusively still on his friends list from his subscribers that he likes? So I was like, heck, I'll delete half of my friends that I never play with and add some of his subscribers to us.
Right. So I think that's the good point. Is that I can only have 80 or 86 or 84 or whatever the PSN limit is, but what we're planning to do now is that Josh and Gary have both kindly donated their friends list so that you guys can get an opportunity to play with me through them. It's because I'm usually in the game with one of them at some point. So it just gives you guys more of an opportunity to actually get in touch, get into the squad, play with a team that knows what they're doing. And even if I'm not there or one of them's not there, you can play with someone who you can communicate with, work out some new tactics, and when it comes time to actually putting a squad together for some serious games in a row that we want to win, then you kind of know how we all play, and it will work out really well. Okay, so squad deathmatch. How about you tell? I mean, a lot of subscribers will play squad deathmatch with us, even though our preference is rush over the last day or so, 2 days or so. But Gary, what kit do you like running in squad deathmatch and why?
Oh, that's a bad question. I rotate in a bit of everything all the time. The one I will not probably run a recon very often. I know Josh himself likes to run it, but I'll stick to the assault class.
I like my snipe.
Yeah, you love your snipers.
Well, the recon with the all kit is quite good actually, because you can get the the C4 and the motion sensors. And I'm about to do something stupid here. This is before we had the miscellaneous topics, the Mythbusters episode, or one of them. I got into a tank where Gary had planted some C4 and driving off, going la la la, I'm okay, and all it takes is a few bullet shots and I'm toast. So very quickly you said, "Hey, use it as bait, and I'll hop out." But never do that, kiddies. Anyway, Josh, what about you? What do you like running apart from sniping with the M95 at the edge of the map?
It depends on the map entirely. Like this map, I'll usually run like an assault kit with either the M4 or the M16, just so I know I can get off shots fast and reload my gun. But if we're playing like Laguna Pressa, I definitely like sniping, but I snipe way differently than most people do in this game. I like to be mobile, not like you would in Call of Duty, but I like to be mobile, but I'll move from cover to cover, try to see if I can pick off a target. It's constantly spotting. Like I press the spot button every 2 seconds because that's
the role. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be about spotting, recon, motion sensors, taking out the heavy, the heavies like the heavy machine guns. The
and I definitely run C4 when I play team deathmatch, just so that somebody else doesn't have to run either an engineer kit or can run an assault kit with just the normal red dot sight, so they can be more accurate and won't have to run C4.
Right. And in case the videos never get to YouTube or never get to explain it, I actually am going through all the weapons. So right now I'm using the Beast AN94. I don't think I was platinum at this stage with it. I've recently just made the M16 platinum, but although Gary, you're saying you don't like it
it's weak
recently.
sauce, man. The only good thing it's got going for it is the fact that it's a 3-burst weapon. So you're getting 6 hits instead of just your normal maybe 1 or 2 with the A94. So
all right, I think you're right on that. And if you take a few bursts before you know it, you've only got a few rounds in the magazine left, which kind of sucks. But yeah, to me, it's all about choosing the gun for the situation. Actually, like occasionally I'll bring out the medic class if the MCOM stations are being rushed, or I'll bring out the M4 if it's close battles with multiple engagements all near each other. And if the team actually gets good and they're all using M60s with Magnum ammo or A94s with Magnum ammo, then I don't have a problem pulling out the same gun. And I think a lot of people say, oh, that's weak, or that's lame that you pull out the strong guns. I've had a few personal messages on it as well. But my only comment to that is that if you're so inflexible that you can't modify the way you play to suit your enemy, then you deserve to lose and have a bad KD.
Yeah,
I totally agree. I'm not afraid to pull out the noob cannon if I have to. I'll tell you that much right now.
M60 noob cannon.
M60, yeah.
I think it's the same.
One thing, if Dice...
I think it's the same with most of the higher ranks as well. They're maybe seeing that it's getting nerfed, and they're thinking, you know what, I'm just going to use it now until it gets done, and then that way I'm done with it.
Yeah, use it to rank up. We'll get the stars, but just beware that DICE are coming to the table to level the playing field a little bit. The one thing I don't agree with though is that every gun shouldn't be just a different animation and a different picture, a different image. They should actually have different stats, and I hope DICE don't go too far and make every gun so similar that there's no reason to level up.
Agreed.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Alright, so a few other things. When we run multiple squads, I'm thinking about starting my own Ventrilo server here. I have the network for it, so what that will allow us to do, Gary, is you'll be on a separate squad, or Josh, maybe you, and we can communicate to each other as like squad leaders, so that we can fix one of the glaring gaps that's on the PlayStation 3 and Battlefield. Obviously on Xbox you have party chat, but so we will think about getting that going. And also, I guess let's talk about some ground rules for the friends list. So, Josh, you had a couple of good points. Why don't you start off, mate?
First one is don't join session. Like, we play online, and we go to the play now or play with friends. It's play with friends, not against friends. Like, we don't want... Like, we love you guys, but we don't want to have, like, people joining our session and like ruining our games. Like we're all for playing against good players, in which subscribers to YouTube channels usually are generally better players than the random guys. And I'm all for like playing up against like good players, like game battles type of stuff. But I go and play in random lobbies to play random people, not people on my friends list that I've added.
And I think one thing I want to point out is that if people check our statuses, if we don't say anything on the status, it means don't join session. If we specifically say don't join session or anything like that, don't join session. But if it says something like okay, or it says feel free or whatever, then join session, play against us, play with us, do whatever you want, try to kick our ass, work my tactics or our tactics against me that you've seen on YouTube. All that stuff is awesome. I mean, today we had I think 2 matches or 3 matches against a clan, originally of 6, and then I think they whittled down to 3 or 4. But that was awesome. It was frustrating. It was hard. We're down to the last few tickets every rush round in attack. Defense-wise, we would get them down to a few tickets, and until they would succeed. And the game, I think both games went for almost an hour. It was awesome to play against people like that. I actually write down who those clans are, so I might be able to get in touch with them for later. But the joint session thing. The reason that it's not cool initially is because sometimes I might be making a video where I want to get 71 kills and 1 death, and with those games though, as long as I press record on them next time. But with those games, the problem is that I want to get those games against noobs because they're not YouTube subscribers. I think most of the YouTube subscribers are generally better players for it as well. So if you join, it just kind of ruins the karma. It's bad chi on your part. And the game's coming to an end here, but we'll keep talking. I've got some other videos I can play, but I think when we say it's okay to join, don't worry about spamming us on messages like, can you invite me? Just join the game, because after a little while we see there's a lot of subscribers playing. I think at one time, we almost had 10 subscribers split between both teams, and then we turn around and make a private match and play hard, and that's we can do that as well. You can actually come, be on my squad or on my team at least, or even against me, and it's fun for everyone that way. Anyway, guys, we can wrap up. Is there anything else? I think I just want to say that when you get added to Gary and Josh's friends list, just be respectful. So no message spams that are unnecessary.
Put Sasman as like inside the message, so we know.
Can't wait to play on the battlefield.
Anyway, guys, thanks for dropping by, and catch you later.
See ya.
See ya.